Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Skollkey Esports. A pleasure is to have you here live and in charge for the G.O.A.T Racing League Saturday Night Cup Series action here for iRacing, the platform for sim racing. And of course, all of this couldn't be possible without you. Thank you, everybody out there, for being in the chat early, being out there liking early. That's what we want to see. Big shares as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody doing what you do. Caleb Patton, give us a like out there. Bobby's giving us a like as well. I like my own stream because that's what I do. Mark gave us a like as well. Big share from Mark as well. Appreciate everybody out there on the Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Hopefully you're having a fantastic Saturday evening as we're going to be running some more Hot Atlanta today. And that's going to be brought to you by our good friends over at Skollkey Esports. There's a link in the description on Facebook and Twitch. I'm kind of getting irritated with Facebook because I got hit with 2 copyright strikes on music that I have paid for to be able to be a part of the stream. So I am vocally saying, Facebook, go back and look at the streams and know that I've been utilizing that forever. And today I went ahead and put the actual license in the description on Facebook and YouTube for everybody to be able to check out. So go check out the link for the track that's in the beginning of the stream. Much love to you. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day. Sorry, little irritated at the old Facebook platform because this is the first time it's ever happened, and it's happened 2 days in a row, and I'm pretty irritated about it. And they flagged 3 of my videos. Not happy about that. Anywho, G.O.A.T Racing League. They're getting ready for some fast racing. Atlanta's going to be a ton of fun. Starting grid, though, looks as such for the Skollkey Esports Atlanta 363 laps. It's going to be a lot of miles, but we're going to have stages in between all of that. Bud Shearer is going to be your pole sitter today. Rich Crane's going to be the outside pole sitter. Cameron Dario and Joe Grijalva are going to make up that second row. Sam Harrell, part of the admin box crew over there, he's going to be there with Michael Strickland there in that 6th spot. So that third row is going to be having some fast cars with a whole lot of full sin momentum going forward. Aaron Jackson and John Hammond will make up row number 4. Ricky Udding and Cody Sturgill will make up row number 5. Joe Tardif and John Cialino will be there in row number 6. Good to see my good friends out there having a good old-fashioned slugfest with the qualifying times that they have. Vance Koik is going to have Bill Hales to his outside, so that's going to be a good race. No doubt we'll see just where these drivers are going to be able to kind of put themselves. Maybe they're going to take their time. I know that that's the plan for a few of these drivers because it's a long race and you want to be there at the end. Sean Burke and Christoph Hall are going to make up row number 8. Maurice Burnett will have Brandon Burkhart to his outside in row number 9. Nathan Bogarts will have Keith Prince right behind him, and Amar is going to be your race controller, Amar RC, and of course Amar Paintworks. There's a link in the description for him as well because that is absolutely awesome. Admin Box is one of the title sponsors, of course. Global Strategy Team, part of that as well. Global Strategy Team is it's all about gaming and making money, so that's what they're doing. Hopefully you enjoy today's broadcast. Of course, couldn't do it without you, and that is the most important factor of this as these drivers begin their pace laps. Atlanta Motor Speedway, 163 laps, 60% fuel, 3 additional sets of tires. I do believe is what I read. I will double check that to be sure in the Discord just to be on the safe side. Stage 1 is going to be at lap 35. Stage 2 is going to be a lap 80, and then stage 3 is going to be an 83 lap shootout. 1 fast repair, 1 attempt at a green light checker for these fantastic drivers, and that's going to be super hot and heavy. 96 degrees on the track temperature might actually make this a little bit more slippery because these cars have been simply free, and we have watched the trucks go super fast. I will be fixing the overlay so that way the race information will start moving down, be down a little bit further, so that way that light bar doesn't show up there in the middle of the screen. That's something I've been meaning to do. 82 on the air temperature, 61% humidity. The cloudy skies are going to keep the track cool, and it's going to cool down really fast. 4-mile-an-hour wind will not shake up these cars. The drivability will shake up these cars as we get ready to go green flag racing. 93, 36, 1847. If you're out on YouTube, had to disable the chats because of all the bad juju out there with the old bots. So apologies about that. We are, though, green flag racing here. Man, that was a lot of words coming out of my mouth. Bud Shearer taking the inside line. Rich Crane on the outside. Rich trying to make up some ground early as we see The 93 take the lead, fastest in qualifying, and he's going to have to hold on to a whole lot of industry standard vehicles right behind him. Ford, Chevy, Ford, Toyota, Chevy. That'll be your top 5. Cameron off 1 spot. But don't count out the Dario machine. Run a little bit of Snickers. I like Snickers. Can't have it, though. It's terrible. 2 of 163. Rich Crane under fire from Grijalva, as we'll see. Just who's going to be able to hold on to the tires. It's going to take a couple of laps for the tire pressure to come up in these cars as we start to get into the nitty-gritty of the race. And once the tire pressures come up, we're going to start seeing faster lap times, and then we're also going to start seeing more of the draftability of these cars. They do tend to shake up kind of heavy. 88 of Michael Strickland driving the Exalta paint scheme. Little Mountain Dew throwing all over it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. John Hammond and the Joker Harley Quinn 13. Why so serious, he says. Why so serious indeed. As they roll fastest lap of the race, 31.19. That is the qualifying lap that the 93 ran as they continue to move around. He's out of the corner onto the front straightaway. 1 second lead over Grijalva. As now the lap time is going to start ticking away. Does Bud have the pace to be able to maintain a second lead over the course of the first stage? 35 laps in that stage. Going to be absolutely insane, absolutely huge. Caleb giving him give him hell, AOR. I understand that one. Thank you for the, oh, you're absolutely welcome. It's what I do. They make sure that I've got something to take care of here. 4 of 163. Everybody holding on. Sam Harrell picks back up second here. And we are going to show the top 20, only 20 drivers in the field. Keith Prince out of the race, and Moore's going to be the race controller for the day. Brandon Burkhart bringing up the tail end of the field. The Miller genuine draft paint scheme. A little Miller Lite on the bottom side, Miller MGD on the front. Miller is InBev is located not far from where we live here in the big old Missouri. Maurice and a 3 Chi. I think that's the 3 Chi right there. .com number 8, the 1 of Joe Tardif in front of him. Joe running the Monster Energy paint scheme today. Sean Burke at the 95 is looking to catch back up to his teammate, the 93. RBS Machines having some fun. Reynolds, Burke, and Shearer. That's the team name. That's where they get RBS. There's the 53 of Bill Hales off the spot, but he is looking pretty darn good. I think he's going to take his time, bide his time for the Image Construction, Melanie Hales, Chevy Silverado, or Chevy Camaro. I'm used to calling him a Chevy Silverado too. National Guard, there is your title sponsor for today. There's Nathan Bogart right there, the number 5 Skollkey Esports machine. He runs the National Guard on there for his wife, and then there's his big old logo on the front of that. We do enjoy seeing the sponsor of the race get out there and run. Skollkey Esports, part of the big old fantastic platform that we help out, and we love being able to sports ball streamers. And he is a broadcast group that is not only gaming, but out there running, doing the G.O.A.T Racing Xfinity League. So that is he and Anthony Zirkle have done a fantastic job. Stephanie, thank you for the like. Appreciate you, dear. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening here this fine Saturday. So Nate has his work cut out for him. He's going to be rolling. I know it's a little loud in the on the racetrack, so I had to turn down a little bit of volume. It's a little loud for me as well. All good, though. Bogart up 5. Van Squake, his teammate, up front here, and there's a whole lot of congestion in front of the 23, running the Dr. Pepper Love Bug. And we're going board the cockpit. This is what it looks like in front of him. Bud Shearer, 2-second lead almost in front of the field. And you see him out there all by himself. Everybody else just trying to hold on. I wondered if with the 60% fuel, we watched the trucks yesterday run about 20 to 23 laps at Atlanta on 75% fuel. 70, and that was as much as you could get out of that car. So I wondered at 60% if these cars are going to be able to make it to the end of the stage, or quite possibly they may not. 12 up high. To watch Van Squake drop to the bottom of the racetrack, the 98 in front. Bud Shearer way out front, 1.8 seconds. But Sam Harrell, if he has anything to say about it, this field's going to catch him, and they're going to be able to run the high side for a little while. 98 to the bottom. Right there is Christoph Hall in that Toyota Camry, little Target machine. Whoa, big checkup. Charles goes high. They're wicked loose in front of them. Teammates side by side. The 36 of Rich Crane trying to catch back up to his spot. He started second, and I do believe he is going to fall off pace just a little bit here, but not too bad. There's a lot of racing left to go. And a lot of these drivers just trying to save their time and buy their time to get themselves back around this racetrack. And that is something to be considered whenever it comes to the rest of it. Man, oh man, good to see you all out there. Much love to you on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I do want to make sure that I jump up there and I open up all of the platforms because I want to make sure that I can see what you folks are doing. Thank you to the iRacing platform for being such a fantastic opportunity maker for myself because, you know, kind of just the way things go. If you are out there watching all the rest of the platforms, make sure that you do that. So the streams that I did over the last couple of days, any video that's been flagged, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the podcast. I'm going to re-upload them without the music in it, so that way I can take those streams and get those taken care of. I do not want to have any issues when it comes to Facebook taking away any kind of monetization or anything that I can get with that, because more than 3 and I get in trouble, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So thank you very much to everybody out there for being fantastic. We love to see you out there, of course. And if it becomes a problem, well, I'll just switch over to a single platform, and you know, then we'll just do it that way. So if I have to do that, I'll switch over to YouTube only or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Thank you to all of you out there. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Chat it up out there on all the platforms except for YouTube. So sorry about that. We will make sure that we find a moderator to be able to manage that stuff for me. Sam Harrell picking up the pace. Grijalva back in the shadow of the low line here. He's trying to make a pass. I know that they saved a little bit here, and now they're going to be side by side. Now, what happens here with these two cars as they battle a little bit here? Sam drops into the front side of that 47. They are catching the 93, I think, who is maybe burnt off some of those tires or maybe trying to save a little bit here, being way out front. These two battling side by side are only going to wear their tires out a little bit more each lap, as Sam runs the very high side, wall scrapes here just a little bit. I knew that this track was going to run high, and that is pretty much what we've seen throughout what has happened with the updates at Atlanta. Now the 43 tries to close some distance on the bottom side. It's going to have that drive line off, and watch Grijalva. He's going to have a ton of speed to the bottom side, and now they're going to swap positions again, and not where Grijalva wanted to be. As they get into the corner, 43 side by side, 43, 47, 1.2 seconds, and trying to gain here. The more they battle, the more they actually lose here. As the 47 looks to clear, he's going to drop up the racetrack. He's going to drive high up into the line and drop into the turn. He's going to have the pace on that second lane. 43 is going to try to close the distance right here. Sammy trying to stay out the rear bumper of the 47. 47 a little bit free, but he's going to be safe. Now, Errol trying to close back that distance. 47 to the second lane here. The battle for second rages on. Cameron Dario started third, trying to get right back to the back bumper of the 43, and the time that the 93 has pulled out in front of everybody. There he is. Cam for the win, says Dark Horizon. Hello, full send to you as well. Hopefully you're having a great day. Kendra, thank you for the like out there as well. Man, oh man. A lot of love. If you have a free way to do it, you can reach up at that like or that subscribe or that follow button. It would be absolutely amazing if you did so. G.O.A.T Racing Collectibles, part of the stream over here as well for the G.O.A.T Racing League. Great place to get some die casts and all that stuff. Admin box, of course, you're going to see that scroll across there as well. Thank you for becoming a follower out there on Mon664. Appreciate you very much. Much love to you on the old Twitch platform. Lots of followers. Thank you so much. Appreciate you very much. Admin box is a part of the platform as well. Go to adminboxx.com and get your race control set up today. That is an absolute awesome kind of like a keyboard setup that gives you your race commands. You can set it up for iRacing. You can set up for pretty much everything else. So it's absolutely awesome. Billigaff getting, let's see, Dark Horizon gifting 5 more subs. Dude, you are absolutely killing it, and you are 1 away from taking over that top spot over Skollkey Esports. Thank you for the subs, 5 gifted subs coming over from the Dark Horizon Fishing. Much love to you, brother. I appreciate you so much. You are 1 away from the lead, and you just gifted 1 as well. So thank you so much. 3 months in a row for Dilligaff. Let's see. Binja Say just got 1. Bears in 590 got 1 again. Nostalgic's got 1. DJ Pass, absolutely killer. Appreciate you very much. That is Mr. Rich Holland, and he is killing it out there with the subs. You guys are absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much to everybody out there. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, you're all amazing. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the follow, hit the subscribe, wherever you're at, wherever you're watching. I'd appreciate you. Grijalva to the lead as he battles side by side with the 93, but the 93 leads that lap. He's going to have to pull this race line just like he did from Samuel Harrell, and the 93 tied up the racetrack. Continue to move forward, side by side racing. The 18 of Cam Dario right behind the 43 of Samuel Harrell. This is going to be all about pace and passing. Grijalva drops back into the bottom line, 22 of 163. The 93 might be trying to save a little bit here to be able to make it towards the end of this race line. That is a huge factor, and huge for the run of this racetrack. Still battling side by side. The 47 might wear off some of the tire here. The more that he battles on the inside lane, the more the 93 is going to be able to keep that high lane to himself and carry the speed on the back straightaway. 47 needs to be above the 93 if he's going to want to be able to make a pass here with a little bit fresher tires, as he's been able to make it work. Good run, good fun. And everybody looking for some speed. 47 takes over the lead. 93 tries to drop into the bottom side. 47 looks to do the same thing. Bud Shearer up the racetrack. 47, ooh, and little dirtiness right there. Pulls the line off the 47, forces him to slow up. And Bud Shearer forcing mistakes out of the 47, and did so. He ran him up the line so heavy. Grijalva was carrying so much speed. The 93 almost got turned right there, and that was almost a dirty move that almost collected both of them. So track awareness, huge. Not saying Bud did anything wrong, saying he did everything right to pull the speed off of the 47. And now Grijalva under fire from Cameron Dario and Samuel Harrell. The more that these two have battled, the more they've been able to catch up behind. So right now, the 47 is going to need a better line here and some more speed to be able to fold that track the way that he wants to. Second lane for him, 93 up high. Cameron Dario tries to close back the distance. Grijalva's only credited with leading 1 lap. If I'm the 47, I'm running him back up high, just the same way the 93 ran me. And I'm not going to give that room up. 3 wide into turn 1. And about to be an accordion here, as there'll be 3 wide on the straightaway, and back to 2 wide as the 47 tries to find some pace. 18 of Cameron Dario tries to close in the distance. A whole lot of effort from the 47, and they'll be side by side again for second. Grijalva had the lead, and Bud sent it into turn 1 and says, nah, I'm good. Everybody else behind now trying to find a way around. Bud's going to be delivering that high line appeal. And here's a look at a little bit wider cam as they continue to move. 27 of 163, 8 laps away from the end of the stage. Folks, while we got the time before the end of the stage, I'm going to go ahead and roll the ads on Twitch, so that way they are taking... I can't do it now. Sorry about that. They were supposed to be taken care of. 47 gets the 93 loose right there. That's the speed that Grijalva had. When we talk about consistency getting into the corner, these two have really been duking it out and been fighting each other here. Stage points do amount to some playoff points at the end of the race, season. Now the 47 looks to try to close in on the 93. Bud Shearer's been holding on to the lead and been able to defend all those positions. Van Skollkey in the playoff picture, up in the picture now as they continue to move. You're going to see a lot of sparks from these cars as we see a lot of folks who are up there now looking to now back off and save a little bit. Aaron Jackson up to Van Skollkey up 9. And the battle for the lead still rages on between these two. Big spicy move. .30 of 163, Grijalva. Whole lot of bottom line speed, but Bud Shearer still closing on the outside. Up the racetrack, the 47 goes. He's going to force himself to the bottom line. 93 way up high next to the wall. Grijalva trying to close out some of that time, and he's going to do it. 93 of Bud Shearer not able to hold on any longer. He ran up that high line, and that's exactly what he did to the 47. Kind of got a taste of his own medicine there, and I'm not saying that anybody's doing anything wrong there. I'm just saying that was tit for tat racing right there. Good run, huge run. Van Skollkey able to close in on Sam Hurl right there. And now Bud Shearer's going to have to defend some more drivers. 32 of 163, the 23 holding on here, making early moves for that Ford. 43 right behind the 23, and they're trying to stay off of each other. These cars can run side by side for a moment, but not to the point where you're going to be able to try to drive straight into the corner. 43 able to utilize the second lane of the racetrack here. Bud Shearer still trying to close down some of that time. Half second now to he and Grijalva. Clean air can slow you up here. But Grijalva will just need to run into the corner for a moment and try to carry his own speed. Bud Shearer, now that he's gotten to the point of the racetrack where he wants to hold on, he's going to be able to try to battle back, maybe saving a little bit there towards the end of this section of the race. Is Van Skollkey now trying to make a pass on the 43. Sam Harrell had a good run there, and he's going to be back to the inside. The 23 looks to close down some more distance between he and the 93. 23 runs the second lane, has the better car at the moment because of the way that he's been running. He just kind of took his time and was biding his time over the course of the race line. Grijalva comes around here on lap 34 and looks to be the pace keeper at the moment. 34 of 163, 0.6 of a second coming to the end of the stage. They should be white flagged wave here for the end of the stage. 12 below the racing surface there. Not really having a great drive into that great exit to the corner. Is going to give up some time. Grijalva comes around here. Van Skollkey, the battle to the inside of the 93. They're going to be side by side. Second is huge, but the stage for two more turns will come around to the 35. Joe Grijalva trying to hold that bottom line for just a moment longer. It's going to come around. He's going to win stage number 1. And does it pretty substantially with a whole lot of battling going on there. That was a race. More things happening across the stage right there than anything. There it is. Stage 1 winner, Joe Grijalva. They'll come around to meet up with the pace car. They're going to come to pit road. They're going to take tires. They're going to take fuel. They're going to do everything they can to duke it out for the next stage. And I tell you what, that was some great racing from the top drivers. Bud Shearer able to defend a lot of people there, even after kind of outrunning and outpacing himself for a moment. Only fell back a spot. Did a great job of keeping himself there. So Bud Shearer Nobody to sneeze at here. Norwood, Ontario, Canada. Bud just really sent it there. Van Skollkey, though, biggest mover right now, up 10 spots, finds himself in third. He and Sean Burke both up 10 spots, but Van Skollkey did it in the heat of the mix there. So good run. All right, vocal break. Everybody hydrate. Thank you for the 100 biddies out there. Dark Horizon Fish, appreciate you very much.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All of our cautions brought to you by Nerds Doing Nerd Things. This is a stage, though, so it's technically a caution, but it's only thrown for the stage. Nerds Doing Nerd Things, absolutely fantastic podcast that they have. I watch, or I listen to them on Spotify. They do have a Facebook page. They have a YouTube channel as well. We enjoy AJ and the content that he puts out over there. Much love to the fellas. And I hope they keep it up. Matt's doing a great job as well. So thank you to everybody out there. Nerds Doing Nerd Things, the huge brand that I'm really hoping that they go mainstream, because they just absolutely just kill it. They really do. They are. I love the content that they have. So Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, go check them out. Be a part of the early crowd, because once they get 1 million subs, then they're not going to know what to do with each other. Cameron, Charles, Sean Burke, Joe Grijalva. It's going to be your top four. Bud Shearer is going to start to the back of Sean Burke, his teammate right here. So Bud back a couple of spots. Some drivers taking right side. Some drivers taking 4 tires. Stage 2 is about to begin. And as we get ready, that's a look at where your drivers are. Some of the drivers that came in, they had some issues with some pit stops, and it's the way it is. Mike, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you. Appreciate you, Mike Daniels. Hopefully you're having a great day. They're going to get rolling. The old Mrs. Esports needs a question. Green flag waves, different pit strategy. And I did look at it, folks. It is 4 sets of tires. They do have 4 sets of tires, so some to play with. Some of these drivers are going to go ahead and take tires now. Some are going to hold off on tires until the final end of the race, just in case there's some cautions. Grijalva drops to the inside. Grijalva would have gotten to his pit stop, 13.83 on the pit stop. But it kind of makes me wonder if it was just a fast pit stop, because I haven't seen a 13.83 on pit stops ever. So right now, Grijalva out front over Van Skollkey. Van Skollkey's going to try to hold on to the tires. Maybe he just took right sides, maybe saving a set of right sides for later on. Mostly it's a 14-second to 14.8-second pit stop. 14.5, I think, is the fastest I've ever seen. I've never seen a 13.8. So if he took 4 tires on that pit stop, then it's absolutely killer. Christoph of the 98, he took 4 tires. He is full sent around the corner. He's in third at the moment. So the Hall man trying to lead here. Cameron Dario, he did not take 4 sets of tires. I think he took fuel only, and they're going to go all the way to lap 80. It's all right. There's a fly in my face. My fly from last year that every time I got on my computer and I was doing something important, he decided he was going to get with me. Folks, I'm going to roll some ads on Twitch. So apologies about that. I will still continue to call the race. So if you're not subscribed out there, please consider doing so. But it's so that way we can make it all the way to the end of the stage without having any more ads So apologies about that. And I'm going to send it over there. I'll be right back over there. George, thank you for the like at their own Facebook. I have to roll ads occasionally, 90-second ads. We'll keep up with the pace here. Joe Grajava still out front. Christoph Hall is going to be a little bit faster. He's going to be able to run those lap times just a little bit longer. Joe trying to be faster on the long haul, and that has kind of been his race so far. Let's check in on Maurice Burnett here, who is up 9 positions. Nathan Bogart up to 3rd here. He's trying to track himself down some time. He came in, he took tires. He says, I'm full sent as well. He's in 3rd. He's the biggest mover of the race next to Christoph Hall, who just took over the lead from Joe Grajava. Grajava's on a different strategy, and I think, he is a long-run kind of driver. As we see a lot of folks dropping back right now that have only decided to come in and take fuel. A lot of 2 and 3 wide racing at the moment. Joe Grajava in 2nd, Nathan Bogart in 3rd. Skollkey Esports trying to march to the front, maybe win a stage here. Huge runs for the drivers in good old-fashioned Atlanta speed race. Let's see, 47 said, let's go. Cam for the win. He's going to do it. I can understand. Gonna bug us on us. See it. Haas Beverly out there in the platform. Thank you, Haas. Appreciate you very much. Nathan Bogart to the bottom. Christoph is out front. Cam for the win, says the man. I think a lot of the drivers, I know that they're going to be able to make it to lap 80 here with the fuel run, but I don't know if saving a set of tires is going to be a big thing. They start with a set and then they have 4 sets in the pits. That's 5 sets of tires total. That's a lot of tires to play with when it comes to 163 laps. Now, when we get to the final stage here with 83 laps to run, you might see drivers typically run that 40 lap stint. They may be able to get all the way to that 40 lap stint, but we will see. No doubt maybe a splash and go to kind of figure some things out when it comes to the end of the race. Saturday night racing here, and a whole lot happening as Christoph rolls the corner. Joe Tardif trying to put his name in the mix as well. The number one car, that Monster Energy Chevy Camaro, making it some more. Big Zerk giving the let's go Nate. Big Zerk part of the Skollkey Esports family out there as well. He is in 2nd at the moment, trying to track down to Christoph Hall. Patience is a big factor here, and you don't have to be the fastest right away, but I would consider that being faster over the long haul is all about consistent drive lines. And right now, some of the drivers that were in the back went ahead and took tires, decided that, hey, you know what? This thing might feel like it's going to run green other than the stages. If that's the case, you want to be in position towards the end of the race where you're not battling yourself. You're going to have to figure out what that strategy is going to be. Speaking of strategy, Global Strategy Team, part of the family out there for the Miss the Grid tonight. Good luck, Johnny and Bill. They're having some fun, Haas. They're having some fun. Global Strategy Team, they got a Discord out there, and they've got some good things that they're happening. They are all about gaming and making a little cash while doing it. Global Strategy Team, you can search them on Google, and you'll come up with their Discord link. And if you do not, we will start adding their Discord link to the platform, so that way we can make sure that we get those guys taken care of. I want to get them on so they can explain more about what they do. I know I've got a description of what they do, but it's pretty much. I'm not saying it's vague. I'm just saying that I just want to make sure that I say it correctly. So, it's just how it is. Ram Games GST. You can find it. They've got one on YouTube. That's something that they have done. I'm going to put that in the chat. Paint looks good. Made that. You did? Fantastic. It does look good. There's the YouTube channel for GST. It's called Ram Games GST. MMORPGs, NFTs. Just killer. Just killer. I want to make sure that we give credit where credit's due with them, especially when it comes to Skollkey Esports. You can check out their Twitch channel. The link is in the description on Facebook and YouTube. Twitch.tv/Skollkey Esports. Make sure that you type in 2 L's, SKOLLESPORTS, at the end of your Twitch channel. They have a YouTube channel as well. But I highly encourage you. We want to get them to 500 followers on Twitch before the end of the month. That's what I want. They're at 200 and some change, 257, something like that. I think that's what I looked at before here. Maybe I'm off by one or two, but go give them a follow for me if you don't mind. Great broadcasters, great entertainment, and glad to be able to have them be a part of my Discord as well, and some good folks to just keep running. Anytime you can see people grow, that's what you want to do. Bogart to the lead, though, as you see the pass on the outside from the 98. The one of Joe Tardif out there, and right now, you know that Nate's like, hey, smooth sailing, gotta go. All right, folks, wife says, hey, I need a question again. Be right back. Back at it again. I'm cooking dinner at the same time as broadcasting. Just letting you know. I'm cooking this thing called No Peak that my mom used to cook whenever I was younger. And I mean, when I was a kid. So basically what happens is you throw all these ingredients in a pan, you cover it, you put it in the oven, and you set the timer, and you don't look at it until it's done, or it spoils the surprise. Well, got chicken in it. And she had a question about it because the chicken wasn't done. We're using bigger chicken at the moment. So that's what's going on. Bogart almost being tracked down here by Joe Tardif, but he's got a full second at the moment. So Bogart not to the point of full sending yet, but he's getting close. Right now he's tracking down Rich Crane, who's on the back straightaway, to try to put him a lap down. And man, oh man. Callie KP out there, how you doing, my man? Good to see you, my friend. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening. You know, you got to cook for the kids. Got to cook for the fam. If you don't, then they might end up. They might not. They might go hungry. We don't want them to go hungry. So that's it's one of my favorite meals from when I was younger, and I'm glad to be able to cook it for my kids. They like it too, so it's going to be cool. So it needs about 45 more minutes of time because you got to make sure chicken's done. They're big. I mean, these things are colossal chicken breasts and chicken legs and chicken wings. It's insane. Now I'm just hungry. Bogart to the bottom, 1.3 seconds in leading. Aaron Jackson now takes over second. Jackson won. He was on pit road. He got a little bit of damage repaired. He had some right side. And right now, he is closing his distance down. Sam Harrell did so as well. Sammy just trying to bide his time, be patient. There is the 13 as well. So most of these drivers trying to pace themselves. Nathan Bogart just looks to be trying to be comfortable here. He had a full 1.4 second lead, but now Jackson trying to close down some of that time. We'll see just how long it is. Crazy idea for a dish, but you're interested. I'm interested in the idea as well. You know why? Been watching on YouTube. Perfect. Yeah, YouTube's been been kicking butt. I appreciate all the YouTube followers. I appreciate all the Twitch followers, and I appreciate everybody everywhere. But YouTube has really been kicking butt lately, so full send. Full send. If you've not followed us on YouTube, it's youtube.com/Signature Esports. It is it's been insane. Bogart, half second. Sam Harrell comes to pit road. Drivers, whoa, Sammy speeding on pit road. That was ouch. Cody Sturgill in as well. That looked like a speeding penalty for the 43. We'll see, though, some of the early pit strategy coming into play as, no doubt, I don't think the drivers are going to be able to make it on fuel yet. So we'll see. 5-12, Aaron Jackson going around. Aaron Jackson saving something for the end of this one to try to win the stage, but we'll see. Nathan Bogart will be back to second. I think he was just trying to save fuel there. So this last lap, he took his time. Finds himself about 0.4 of a second on his last lap. Bill Hales a little faster as well. Some of the drivers coming off pit road doing the same thing. John Hammond to pit road as they start their green flag pit stops. Aaron Jackson full sent. Bill is a great dude. Bill is a fantastic dude. He and Melanie are absolutely killer. Everybody's moving. Everybody's grooving, baby. Yeah, Bill Hales. Yep, he's up 11. Bogart's still up 17. Nathan was able to make some passes early there on drivers on an equal tire strategy as he. And I talk about people working over the end portion of this race. Nathan's going to drop to the bottom. Bill Hales looks to be on the high side here, so Bill's going to be trying to make some moves. Bogart in second, led about 7 laps. Did a pretty darn good job at it. Aaron Jackson out front, still trying to send it around this racetrack. He's not the fastest driver on the racing surface, though. Brandon Burkhardt is 33.13. He's been able to save a ton over the course of this race. Sam Harrell comes off pit road, 33.24 for his last lap. Zane Lino comes to pit road for his green flag pit stop here. Jackson will have to look at it as well. Bill Hales to the outside. Looks like Bogart's going to go back to third as Bill makes the pass here and looks at Samuel Harrell there as well. Kelly, it's for both. It can be for both. The admin box is more for race controlling, and if you go to his website and take a look at that, it's actually pretty darn awesome, but I know that you could use it for I know that because of the quick binds and the things that you can do with it, I'm sure there's a way that I could set it up to use it for broadcasting. That would be absolutely killer. But it is a lot of good things to go for that for race controlling. You can quick bind and quick key everything for those who are race controllers out there. And I tell you what, it's such a great idea. I mean, Sammy does a phenomenal job of just being a good dude, and then you go and throw the fact that he's trying to help out the community and make a product that I think every league that has a dedicated admin could use. Well, there you go. How many leagues are out there? There's over a couple of thousand leagues in the on the service, and how many big active ones could be used? I mean, there you go. That'd be absolutely insane. I have seen it in action. I have not used it, but I've seen it in action, and it is killer. I would love to use it. I would love to tell you just how good it is. And right now, there goes the 43 around the 93. Sam came in on 61. And right now, some drivers looking at that tire strategy that they had and try to make it work for themselves. Did they not take tires so that way they could split this cycle up? Well, that's pretty much what I'm thinking. 69 of 163. Aaron Jackson, Bill Hales, Nathan Bogart. That's your top 3. Brandon Burkhardt trying to close the distance as well. Right now, Nathan Bogart, who was out there for a little while, he's losing some of that time that he gained. Maybe ran the bottom lane a little bit too long. That second lane seems to be where folks are saving tires. but he's going to drop back to fourth now. I wouldn't be mad. If I was leading the race. It's killer. Aaron Jackson out front. Bill Hales to second. Brandon Burkhart in third. Nathan Bogart in fourth. Burnett in fifth. Some of the biggest movers of the race right there inside the top 5. Aaron Jackson up 6. Bill Hales up 12. Burkhart up 15. Bogart up 15. Burnett up 12. And that is how it's working. Drivers try to be on a different strategy here, maybe trying to shake some things up. There's Cameron Dario right there, off 6 from the start of the race. His last lap, 33.81 to Joe Tardif's 35.99. Christoph just ran a 37.44. Maybe thinking about trying to come to pit road. I'm not quite sure what was going on with it, but he ran really kind of slowly there. 71 of 163 being completed. Bill Hales trying to make an impact here. A lot of drivers who came to pit road now on a different strategy as the rest of the field. There's the 23, the GOAT Racing legend himself. They're all going to go laps down here. Some of them came out on 61, including Sam Harrell right here, who just passed Charles Van Scoik. And those drivers are being passed because they took they took fuel or maybe fuel or right sides only. I'm not quite sure. Sammy came out on 61. He just took all he did was take fuel. He didn't even take tires. Christoph came out on 37. Drivers trying to make that splash and go work for themselves. There's Cialino. He is rolling through the corner. He came out on 65. He took fuel only. Drivers taking splash and goes here to be able to make some things work. Joe Grijalva back out there out front. I talk about the long haul and the long run here. The 47's been able to do it. He's trying to track down the 8 in front of him. 47 rolls the high side. And Grijalva trying to go back to where he won the stage and has been able to do so. 34.06 his last lap. Fastest driver on the racetrack right now. 33.29 is going to be Brandon Burkhart. Fastest lap of the race is ran by Sam Harrell. Take that back. Bud Shearer. Bud Shearer, 31.19 was the fastest lap of the race. And right now, Bud way off pace here. Dark Horizon cheering 100 biddies out there again. He took another 100 biddies and threw it on the table and says, bam, here you go. Stage 2 coming up. And right now, Aaron Jackson under fire. Bill Hales right behind. Brandon Burkhart not far off, but Grijalva is making some passes himself. A lot of drivers off the lead lap right now. We're talking about all the way to 8th. Samuel will try to go around the 12. Samuel faster than everybody else here, too. That's what's insane. Thank you, folks, for being out there. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for all the fantastic platform that you all are. And something that I've been forgetting to put up over the last couple of days, I need to make sure that I've got up right there on the bottom of your screen. This is iRacing, and I don't want to get in trouble from iRacing, so I do apologize to them about that. We'll make sure that that is saved and stayed up there. This is iRacing. This is the platform for all sim racing, and we love what we do with those folks. New sub out there, giving us a big old love. Thank you for... he wanted that number 1 spot. Special Ed 983, 2 months in a row. Thank you to Dark Horizon Fishing for gifting another sub. He wanted that top spot. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. 23 gifted subs from you over the course of your time with me. Appreciate you very much. Bill Hales to pit road. Aaron Jackson to pit road. Brandon Burkhart comes around as well. Grijalva to the front as he tries to lead this one 4 more laps. I think the fuel is the big factor. A splash and go coming up. Nathan Bogart to 5th. He's going to drop into pit road. Joe Tardif coming around. I talked about this earlier. Can they make it all the way on fuel? And they cannot. So now we know the cutoff. They restarted this race on 40, and 37 laps is pretty much the magic number. And a splash and go is all you're really going to need. Sam Harrell comes around to turn 3 and turn 4. And Aaron Jackson is leaving pit road now. Only took a little bit of fuel. Sammy's going to be up to pace, though. And that is the big factor. Sam comes around. He's going to be in second. Aaron Jackson leaving pit road. Is going to drive up the racetrack, up to speed. But Sammy's going to be in his draft in the wake. The beat is on, folks. Joe Tardif in third. Aaron Jackson has had a great strategy there. Got a good enough lead. And now was set on lap 77. The only driver he has to outpace is the one right behind him. Sammy making it interesting. Had to take the top spot. I thank you. That was very, very definitive. Absolutely. I can only go 37 laps. The rest of the field came in. There was no mistake about it. 37 green flag laps. The 12. 79 of 163. Samuel going back to the lead, trying to at least, as the 12 rolls the high side. Sammy trying to make up some ground here from that first portion of the race where he came in a little earlier than everybody else. Little side draft from the 43, trying to pull the air off the 12. Ford and Chevy rolling the corner. Van Skollkey back to third. 79 of 163. Bill Hales back to the bottom. Caution's going to come out as Christoph Hall goes around. And man, oh man, Rich Crane does it. So that'll be your stage end. I do believe Aaron Jackson was in the lead at the end of that. And holy cow, what a... Mark, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you, brother. Holy cow, what a race. So here's the 36 of Rich Crane. He was coming to pit road here. Oh, I think it locks up on him. Oh, no. Oh, no. And he's trying. And then all of a sudden... Ah, man. Christoph Hall is able to avoid that. And you know what? I can't be mad. Rich was trying to brake. He slid through pit road there. That'll bring out the stage end. And I do believe Aaron Jackson was your stage 1 winner, or stage 2 winner. So that is not even that big of a deal. Aaron Jackson right there. Ashland, Ohio, and I want to actually hold on. Let's do this. I want to see where these guys were at when the caution came out. And yes, when the yellow flag flew, he was out front of the 43. That's according to when the yellow flag came out. That's yeah, he's got it solidly there. So right here, and then on the high side, caution comes out. And yeah, he's got it. All right. Aaron Jackson, stage 2 winner. Ashland, Ohio native. Trying to make it every bit of the way that he can. John Hammond in second here. As now we know where the cutoff line is for your fuel and your strategy. And Samuel Harrell comes to pit road. He's going to be all dolled up with some tires. Bill Hales in 4th. Van Skollkey in 5th. Ciolino 6th. Burkhart 7th. Joe Tardif will be in 8th. Grijalva will be 9th. Sean Burke will be inside the top 10. Drivers are having a great day. Nathan Bogart, Skollkey Esports. He's your title sponsor for today. And doing a fantastic job. He has led some laps. He has been there for the long haul, and that's exactly what we're seeing. So everybody's going to kind of make it wherever they need to, do what they can. So absolutely killer. There is Aaron Jackson, your race leader. He's going to take, I believe, the inside line of the restart here. We shall see. Man, oh man. Carry that speed through the high side. That's how you like to run. And I tell you what, it worked in the trucks, and it's proving to be the same thing here. Drivers who are trying to save utilize that mid to second lane. A lot of Midwest boys in this field. I think so. Putting up a fight for the lead, he does. Dark Horizon, thanks for the sub. Let's go. That's Dilligaff. That's the old Miss Sig out there. Not even a bud, Dark Horizon. That's Dilligaff is the Signature Esports better half. The half that is halved. We all know what Dilligaff stands for. Ah, you're good. Yeah, all you have to do is look at Discord. See who the co-owner of Discord is. Aaron Jackson, John Hammond, Bill Hale, Samuel Harrell, John Cialino. All good. I'm told it's okay. Nobody knows. I mean, Dilligaff is not really, I don't know. I don't know how you look at Jackson's going to take the high line on here. John Hammond will be on the inside. Samuel Harrell, Bill Hales, John Cialino, Charles Van Skoik. That'll be the front 3 rows in a restart. And it's all right. She gets given. She's the, I think she's like the first one. If a gifted sub comes out, I think it goes to her first. Pretty sure. I don't know. It happens quite a bit. Stage 3, end of the race. That's what we're racing to. We're going to race to the end. Doesn't matter. Stages are all set. Everybody else, this is how it's going to go. Rich Crane's going to be a lap down. Utting, bring it around the tail of the field. He was your lucky dog there. So Ricky is trying to catch back up to the tail end of the field. Aaron Jackson is going to be your race leader on the high side. And we're back at it. Green flag waves for the next 80 laps. Huge run. 300 biddies on the table. He says, bam, here you go. Thank you for the 300 biddies. And I know that stage 3 is absolutely killer. 300 for stage 3. Thank you. Let's go racing. And man, oh man, what a great race we've had. Only caution for an incident was a self-spin coming to pit road, and that was just a fluke thing. So Rich Crane's going to be able to try to rebound. The caution does come out. Well, Rich is going to get that lucky dog position, but he can also drive himself back around. I think that Rich has a great strategy, but I think he's coming to pit road right now. He took fuel only, and maybe trying to look for some boundaries here. 12, 53, 43. Look at all those threes. Look at that. 53, 43, 23, 33, 13, 83 was up there. 3 wide into the turn. Holy cow. 95 into the 5. Separating some things. John Hammond dropped back a little bit. I think that is all about tire strategy there. Everybody else try to run around. Nathan Bogart up at 11. Burkhardt up at 11 as well. People try to hold on to whatever they can here. Aaron Jackson out front. He is about to be under fire by the field. Play those lotto numbers for sure. Yes. And I recommend the 53, the 43, the 23, the 33, and the 13 for your lotto numbers. I don't know if like the other ones go up to the bigger numbers. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. And that happened on lap 83. That's crazy. I think it was 85, but either way. Oh, man. There's 163 laps in the field. Holy cow. Inside the top 5. There they are. Aaron Jackson out front. Bill Hale still trying to track him down. Samuel Harrell trying to be the fastest of the drivers here. No doubt trying to track down Aaron Jackson over the long haul. We've seen a lot of these folks try to make up some ground, make up some time. Rich Crane back to pit road again. He was in pit road for 32 seconds. Not quite sure what's going on there. He looks to be a few laps down. Big epic. Sam Harrell to second. Bill Hales, he's been patiently, I think Bill's been patiently winning this race. He and Charles have been patiently winning this race. They have taken their time, ran the line that they know how to run, and they've been moving up over the course of the long haul. They may not have the fastest intermediate laps, but over the course of the race, they've been able to move themselves up inside the top 3 in every stage. So that is something to consider when it comes to the way that this racetrack is driving for the 95 of Burke has Burkhardt below him, the 83, trying to roll and try to be just a little bit faster. Bud Shearer, who full centered on that first stage, fell back to second, now trying to work himself back up there to that pole position where he started. Nathan Bogart up 12 and has had a fantastic race. An opportunity here for that driver to be able to try to find some pace. Now, 37 laps, what does that mean? That means we're going to at least have another pit stop or 2 to be able to finish this one. Because when we went back to green flag racing, there was 80 laps to go. 80 laps is not 37 laps. That means they're going to have 2 pit stops. One's going to be a splash and go, and one is going to be all about that pace. When do they come to pit road? Who's going to be able to make all of that strategy work for themselves? Van Skollkey and Burke running their fastest laps of the race very recently. Burke just ran a 31.52, and Van Skollkey drops in front of the 95. Bump coming to the league owner. Nah, not quite. 95 gets out of the gas, and a great job to do so. We know that Van Skollkey has had opportunities here in times where drivers just seem like they're getting into him just a little bit. And having and I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not saying that they are doing it on purpose. I'm saying that he's had the league owner's curse. You own your own league, and quite often bad things happen. Aaron Jackson still trying to outpace the field, but we watched this happen before. That is the move. That is something that we're seeing. I would short pit, take fuel, lefts on the first, and take fuel, and I would say. Because of the way this has paced itself, we watched drivers who took right sides only or left sides only, whatever the case may be. We watched that happen earlier, and we watched them go a lap down very quickly over the course of that 40-lap stint. So if you do that on that first one, you're going to find yourself a lap and a half down, and I don't know that there's enough to stint that. Maybe split that second stage in half, be able to have the pace to the end. There's lots of things. They've got tires to be able to play with here. I wouldn't say that that's the strategy. What I would do is I'd run the 37 laps right now. I know that I'd have 44 laps, 45 laps to go by the time it's all said and done. When it comes to pit road strategy, 43 laps when it comes to pit road strategy. I'd drive around another 21 to 22 laps, and then I'd 4 fresh tires on it, and I'd full send. If that were me, that would be my strategy. Is that going to be their strategy? No. I would say that we're going to see 37 lap stops or 35 lap stops. We're going to see another 35 lap stop, and then we'll see maybe a 10 lap run to the end for most of the drivers. That just seems like that's a good number. 35 laps, maybe a good number there. You know what I mean? But we shall see. Lots of racing. 12:43:23. Samuel Harold trying to close down Aaron Jackson here. And Sam going to be faster here. Aaron Jackson, his lap times are dropping pretty heavily now. We're starting to see that tire wear become a factor. And when you're out front, you have a tendency to just drive. You're like, I've got clean air. I want to get as far away from these people as I can. And these other drivers who like to save, well, guess what they're doing? They're doing exactly that. They're finding their great pace, and they're getting that taken care of. Hammond drove his 10 laps that he needed to here, a little more than 10 laps. He's coming to pit road. Is there a sneaky suspicion here that John Hammond might have done something different here to make things work for himself? Hammond doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job. This has been a fantastic race so far. Atlanta did really well last night, and Atlanta's working very well today. Admin box on the side of that. This one brought to you by Skollkey Esports. Much love to you, fam. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and if you are not having a fantastic day, hopefully this brightens you up. You are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be, and I am not going to say that again because you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. I did say it again. Little adage from whenever I was a kid. I remember when Bret the Hitman Hart was out there. We love making sure that we have old references, but you are all fantastic. Folks, I'm going to take a hydrate break, go check on the food because that's my responsibility today, and I will be right back with you. We'll keep it on exciting, and we'll let the field kind of roll itself. done. But I have to wait till the end of this one to eat, which is good. All good. It's all good. Looks good for everybody. Bogart goes to pit road. Drivers try to change some things around. I do believe that is going to be all about his pit strategy here. I think he took fuel, maybe right sides. 106 of 163. Samuel Harrell, Carlos Van Skoik battling. Aaron Jackson still out front here as these drivers have been trying to track him down for a minute. We looked at where Bud Shearer was. Bud was trying to hold on to his pace as well. He came to pit road. He got some damage fixed, and that was on lap 80. Sounds like he is clutching it in here just a little bit, maybe trying to save some fuel. I'm not quite sure. That car just sounds quiet. Let's see, Bill Hales and Ricky Utting. Here's the number 2. We've not talked a lot about Ricky and John Cialino. They've been battling it out here just a little bit as they've continued to move around. I do believe Ricky came to pit road on 82. He took a little extra fuel to be able to top off, maybe stay out for a lap or two longer, just in case some things happen. Stryker coming to pit road. He's going to get his fuel stop in. Christoph, and the 98 rolling the corner just the way that he knows how to do. And hopefully you're all having a fantastic one. 18 moving back up. Yes, he is. Hammond loves doing some crazy off-cycle pitting. And when it works, it works great. But when it doesn't work, not at all. He's said that before. But look who just passed a few people. This who's leaving pit road just now, and John Hammond coming around. He's up to speed already. When he came to pit road on 95, he did that on his own strategy, 15 laps. So this means he can run 37 laps. Hammond will be able to run his 37 laps here and have a full cycle, be able to come to pit road and run a cycle again. All these other drivers may have them a lap down at the moment. They're only a lap down because of the pace that they're at. Nathan Bogart comes around. He's going to be passing the number 8 car here of Maurice Burnett, so he's going to be trying to track down some time over the course of the next few laps. 33:01 was his last lap time. I'm sorry, 31:80. Well, I take that back. 33:01 was his last lap time. Aaron Jackson, the race leader, 33:33. Sean Burke, the 95, faster of the top 5 on the last lap. Van Skoik losing some pace here, 33:73. Cameron Dario on the number 18. He's up to 5th again. He's trying to get back to 3rd. That's exactly where he started. So he's negative for the moment, but he's looking to try to make that bounce back. Sam comes to pit road. The drivers already thinking about that late race pace. Jackson rolling the corner. 31 laps for most of the drivers. Jackson's been the driver to catch since the later portions of this race. Now Sean Burke has been able to catch up to him and has been able to find his groove and his speed. So we'll see just what happens there. Fastest lap of the race just ran by the 88, 31:13. Behind the 13. Stryker carries his speed, and he has not looked back. Nobody's gotten close to that 30.9. Grijalva up 3 wide around Grijalva. Grijalva came in on the 80, so he's going to be looking to come to pit road here very soon. Holy cow. Stryker, if he didn't check up, they had to have to check up there. I think he was on par for another faster lap. Holy cow. I'm a huge numbers person. I like fuel strategy races, and everybody here, I think they said, since I like fuel strategy races, they're all trying to do something different here. I think that's the key. I think that's the big factor. Thanking all of you out there doing what you do. Much love to you on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Let me make sure that I keep this saying iRacing on there because it is a game, and I want to make sure I do that. Folks, I need one more follower on Facebook, and we'll have 3,500 followers. Right now, it's $34.99 to all of the streamers out there. Much love to you. Thank you to everybody doing what you do. Keep it absolutely entertaining. John Burke, half second back to the 12. Last lap went to Jackson as far as lap time goes. Sean Burke, though, cut him out just yet. 18. Cameron Dario up to third. Back where he started. Van Skoik up 9. Burkhardt up 13. Everybody inside the top 9 are at least up spots. Bud Shearer still trying to work this racetrack the best that he knows how. He was super fast in qualifying and was super fast early on, and then the car fell. Once the car fell off, and the moment that he and Grijalva were racing around each other, that was intense. And maybe he's got a different plan here. Whenever they were side by, that was some of the best racing. Whoa, 95 up to the 12 here. 95 drops to the bottom side. They get a little bit of connection. 95 rolls the corner. 12's going to carry the outside lane. That might have, you have to take a look at the 95's right side here, make sure that he doesn't have any damage. 12 pinches him down just a little bit. I talked about some of the best racing. That was between Grijalva and Bud Shearer. They kind of did the same thing to each other and made it work on both accounts. So that was it was an interesting move and an interesting pace there. And right now, Sean Burke has to follow back in line. Has the pace, has the speed, 116 of 163. And these drivers going to be looking to come to pit road and the next lap or two, because that is about as long as you can go. Burkhardt comes to pit road. Ricky Utting comes around. He came out on 82, so he might actually stay out a lap or two longer. Samuel Harrell to the bottom side. He's looking to get back on the lead lap. He's going to do so. Striker's going to be doing so as well. Here's the problem about being out there this long. You see all these drivers that are on new tires, and what they are doing here, trying to put these drivers on a different pace. Well, that's exactly what we're seeing. Jackson comes around. He's going to try to lead one more lap. He's going to do so by 0.3 of a second. Sean Burke right behind. Burke has been the faster of the two over the course of the long haul. He's been able to make up a ton of spots and do that. Cameron Dario right back where he started. Bill Hale's up 10. He's there to the inside of Van Skoik. These drivers still need to come to pit road. 118 being completed. And they're getting to the edge of the marker of where they need to be. I don't know that they can go all the way to 40. I don't know that any of these drivers can go all the way to 40. That would be insane to see. I think they're 2 laps short of the pit cycle. 95 passing on the high side here is going to prove me wrong, though, or try to prove me wrong. He's at 119. He's going to be pitter-pattering, sputtering here. Still 43 laps to go when we come back around. I know they can't make it 43 laps. There's just no way that is a possibility for these drivers because of the 60% fuel these cars carry. 60% still means that there's 65 laps in a fuel cycle. That's going to be way past that, 58 laps in that fuel cycle. It's going to be way past that mark. And we see the 18 come to pit road. Sean Burke trying to put a full 40 on the race car as he and Van Skoik and John Cialino try to roll the corner. If they're clutching it in, it is the only way that I see this working in their favor. The RBS 95 Ford Mustang trying to lead here. Van Skoik in a Ford as well. Cialino in a Chevy. Ricky Utting right behind will be race leader. He's been able to catch up a lot of time to these drivers that are in front of him as well. So move over. 95 is going to put a full 40. Just don't see how the car's been able to do it. I really don't. The one thing you don't want to see is him run out of fuel. Or be so slow that you're going to, or lose that time. That's the big thing here. He may be coming to pit road this time by, but he can't coast that much time. And hopefully there was no speeding penalty there. He had to slam on the brakes very late. Ricky Utting, Van Skoik. Van Skoik's going to come around. He's going to try to make it all the way to the end. What I don't understand here is the drivers came in on a hard 37. So that's a clutch for the 23. He's out of the gas. I can hear that. Van Skoik leading here. A hard 40 And I'm seeing drivers run 43 laps. What I don't understand is how the drivers on that second stage didn't stay out the entire 40 laps. If this is the race line and this is the factor here, I'm curious, because now I was looking at what they were doing. 37 laps is a long way around this racetrack, and they were running out of fuel. That driver's running out of fuel on lap 30 with 30 on the 37th lap. Right now, Van Skollkey, he's ran 44 laps on this fuel cycle. So is there actually 60% fuel in these cars? Van Skollkey about to be swallowed up here. He's shutting the car off. He's clutching it in. He's being lapped, or he's being passed. Yeah, he ran that thing plumb dry. Locking it up on pit road. Sam Harrell's going to come around here. He's going to easily take over the lead. Came in on 110 himself. Interesting race. George, thank you for the like 48 minutes ago. Appreciate you very much. I don't know, man. It's confusing. It really is. I know that they're trying stuff here, and I know they're probably trying to save fuel over the course of what they're doing. But what we're seeing out of these drivers as far as fuel saving goes, Stryker came in on 106. Only thing a Stryker needs to do is make one more pit stop. He's in second right now. He's got a huge lead. Bud Shearer's to pit road. He's going to take the last of his pit stops. Most of the drivers can come to pit road now and make it on their fuel strategy the way that they want to. I'm just curious to see what 43 laps is going to look like with drivers who are going to have fuel and tires at the end of the race. So I know they're trying to shake it up. I know they're trying to change things up, just not and trying to be unpredictable. I'm just confused on why the second stage, which was 40 laps, didn't actually run 40 laps. Everybody came to pit road, 3 laps to go. Just confused. That's all. I don't mind being confused. That's just the way life goes. You know what I mean? Let's see. Jacob, give us a like out there. Mark, giving us a share. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. Keith, giving us a like on the old platform, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the folks out there on the YouTube channel. Thank you to all the folks out there on Facebook. And thank you to everybody out there on Twitch. You are all amazing. I like having every platform just busy. Tomorrow afternoon, well, we're going to have some racing. Outcast Racing League back in action for Father's Day, as Father's Day is the special day for all of us out there. So let me be the first to wish it for you. Happy Father's Day to all the papas out there. Future, past, and present. You're all big papas. What I am. But my kids. Love being a dad. I think that's the most rewarding thing that you could ever do in life. Michael Stryker Strickland, he is in second here. He is 14 seconds behind Samuel Harrell. Sam had the strategy here. And Sean Burke in the 95 has 16.8 seconds to make up here. And he'll try to do that when it comes to his pit strategy. Bill Hale's working his magic as well. Aaron Jackson only took fuel when he came to pit road, so he's in fifth right now. Cameron Dario is tracking him down, and he is doing so quick, fast, in a hurry. There may not be a caution to the end of this race, and drivers who have tires to spare, well, that's what they're working on. That's what they're looking at doing here. Ricky Utting has worked himself all the way back up to 8th after his late race pit stop. He came at a 122. He does have enough fuel, according to everybody else's strategy, to make it all the way to the end. 15 seconds on his pit stop, 14.73 on his pit stop. It does make a difference. Christoph Hall in the 98 rolls that lane down, carries his strategy in. Need to change something on Christoph here. As far as driver overrides, I want to make sure that I change his description on his name, because it actually takes away from my stream. And I can't see his name. There we go. Now I can. I'm going to save this project real quick, folks. Bear with me. Sam to pit road for the final time. Sean Burke will take over the lead here. Cameron Dario comes to pit road. Those drivers, ooh. Cameron hit the commitment cone there. Samuel O'Harrell to pit road. Sean Burke, Michael Stryker, Strickland, Bill Hales, 1, 2, 3. Sean came to pit road with 42 laps to go on his pit cycle. Stryker came in on 106. He's trying to make his line work as well. Cialino and Bill Hales making their lines work for the long haul. Cialino came in 43 laps to go. Ricky Edding came in 41 laps to go on his cycle. Christoph came in on 109, so he's got some work to do. He's going to be looking at his pit strategy. John Hammond doing the same thing. He came in on 95. Nathan Bogart came in on 104. Grijalva trying to go around. Grijalva looks to be a lap down. Grijalva came in on 120. Cardiff came in on 124. Brandon Burkhardt came in on 130. Caleb saying, let's go, Bill. Everybody, shout out your favorite driver. I tell you what, it's going to be a ton of fun. And I know I need to make sure that we get some polls out there as well. I'm going to start adding polls to the stream on all the platforms because these folks, we've had folks that want to know what you find individuals are using as far as equipment out there. And we'll talk about that in 2 weeks when we do our Signature Esports podcast live. We're going to be starting that on Friday nights in lieu of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. AOR is going to go and take a vacation for a little while, and as they do, we're going to their championship race is next Friday, and that following Friday is when we're going to be back at it for that. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about everything when it comes to gaming, the heavy influence on iRacing, equipment, computer parts, what the economy is doing as far as where you can get your computers taken care of. Burke clutching it in. Listen. Randy giving us a like out there. There's the IVRL man. How you doing? Randy Hinshaw, the man himself. He's got a race on Monday that we're loving to see, I think. Truck Series racing this weekend. This is how they save fuel. This is why I was confused. They're trying to save enough fuel to make it to the end. They can't really race themselves at the moment. Burke knows that he's short on fuel. Bill Hales trying to catch up to Sean Burke. John Cialino came in as well. Stryker in fourth here. Everybody's just, they're trying to make this one interesting, and I think it's going to cause more harm than good for some of them. Hopefully, drivers like Aaron Jackson are pretty much going to be able to drive around them like they're standing still for a moment. It's going to be good on fuel. He came out on 130, took a stint of fuel, does that. Christoph Hall going to go ahead and come in. Bill Hales is going to be your race leader here. And he's just driving like he knows that he's going to run out of fuel. I can understand that. Cialino 32.51. He's doing the same thing. Knows that you're going to have to make that stop or try to save as much as you can. Stryker is coming to pit road himself here. And this is going to be about that finish. 124 for Bud Shearer. He clutched it in for as long as he could. He's still got to save fuel. All these drivers still have to save fuel. Samuel Harrell came out of 131. His distance between he and Bud Shearer, 2.7 seconds. Bud's still trying to close down. 124 is what he came in, so he had 39 laps to go. We are at the MRRC 25 lap to go segment of the race. And a huge run. Let's go. To everybody out there, holy cow. Make it 24 to go. Everybody clutching it in. Somebody's going to win this race, and I'm just confused. That's all. That's all that's happening. Bill Hales is going to give up the line to Cialino for a moment. Cialino's going to be on the high side. Christoph Hall leaving the pits. Bogart in 7th here. Came in at 104. We'll look at coming to pit road, I'm sure, any moment. He is the last driver on the lead lap at the moment, next to Aaron Jackson, who came in on 130. Jackson can catch the field. His last lap time, 31.71. He's got enough time for the next 2 laps, or for the next 23 laps, to catch the field and pass them. At 33.26 for Cialino. Burke, 33.96. Udding, 32.88. And at a certain point, they're going to have to send it. That is no joke. 122 for Ricky Udding. Bud Shearer came in at 124. 39 laps was his mark when he came in to pit road. That might be a manageable time. He's going to clutch it in, though. Samuel Harrell came out at 131. He's 4.7 seconds back. Cialino comes to pit road. 33, let a lap. Udding is going to be out front. We're going to start seeing where this race is going to line up, because fuel strategy has kind of thrown everybody for a loop here, including the commentator, which that usually never happens. They have confused the ever-living tar out of me on trying to save. Basically, they've clutched it around 37. Most of the drivers came in on a 33 or on a 43 lap cycle. So 43, 44 laps. They clutched around 7 laps of fuel. So if you ever think that you can't clutch around and save fuel, 37 green flag fast laps, I can understand that. But they saved 6 to 7 laps of fuel by clutching around this thing. That is insane. 100 for the confusion, yes. Cam came to pit road on 137. He's still got a shot. His last lap, 31.95. John Hammond, 31.65. All these drivers that are a lap down, well, that'll all change in the course of the 19 laps, within the next 19 laps. Cam, right here, still he's got a fast race car. Bogart, right there in 6th. He's up 13. He's about to run out of fuel. And will need a short stint. I mean, he's doing what I would do. Like, I want to run 37 and then 37 and come to pit road. That's what I want to do, because I know I can run 37 fast laps as fast as I want. And then another 37, and then finish where I finish at 10, in 10th. What this has all done is just confuse the ever-living tar out of everybody. Sean Burke, 2.85 seconds back over Ricky Udding here. Both the drivers came out at 122 and 121. Bud Shearer came out he's in 3rd now. He's running 33.28 second laps. Aaron Jackson up to 5th now. He's got about 24 seconds between he and Ricky Udding. But you know who he's catching? Everybody in front of him, because he's running a full second faster than everybody else. Guess who else is running faster? Stryker. Guess how much time he's going to be able to pick up here? He's going to be able to pick up a lot, because he's getting ready to pass a few drivers that are 4 seconds slower than he is. 3.5 seconds slower than he is. That's the adage here, and what this can do is this can cause some cautions that you don't want to have, because you're going to have a lot of irritated drivers. 24 of Cody Sturgill back here trying to make his mark as well. I like his new car, NPLTD. I like it. I like his new car. There's Mr. Cialino. He's in 7th. He's comfortable. 33 seconds. He came to pit road on 142. Doesn't have to worry about fuel. Got to finish where he finishes. Different stories for different people. And the top 3 all came in 122, 121, 124. Samuel Harrell came in at 131. And guess what Sam's doing? He's driving his line. 33.55 on the last lap. When he came in, he only took fuel. He didn't take tires. Aaron Jackson, when he came in, did take tires. So right now, Aaron Jackson, his last lap time was a 32.69. Stryker ran a 31.73. He's in 6th where he started. And his lap times for the next 15 laps, if he runs consistently, he might win this race. Distance between Strickland, 26 seconds to Ricky Utting. And, you know, Burke and Shearer are looking at possibly having to save more here. 13 seconds separate Bud Shearer and Ricky Utting. Ricky came at a 122. And he's just letting people pass. Brandon Burkhart back on the lead lap now. Bill Hale's trying to work it as well. Ricky Utting right there, trying to hold on to his lap times. Everybody trying to make some things work here, and I get it. Do what you can. And Sean Burke holding on to what he has. Bogart trying to get his lap back. At least one of them. He's 2 laps down now. And now he's going to have a lot of driving left to do as he passes the race leader. And he's got a lot of work now. I think he stayed out maybe a little bit too long. Maybe my strategy wouldn't have worked. It doesn't matter. I'm more worried about the top 3. Aaron Jackson, he's fine. Sam Harrell, he's going to be just fine. Give it a 131. He didn't take tires. Or if he didn't use all his tires. Wouldn't think that he did. 13 laps to go. Let's see. Stryker has an awesome paint. Yeah, he does. Little Mountain Dew action. Sean out front now as Ricky Utting goes back to second. They're all clutching in. It's the quietest this racetrack's been. Bud Shearer trying to close the distance. 11.3 seconds. Aaron Jackson was 27 seconds back, now 19 over the past 3 laps. Who has the fastest lap of the race? That was Stryker. 31.13. Yeah. Man, oh man, I tell you what. I mean, good on him for trying something here to flabbergast me. I'm good with it. I'm good with knowing Cody Sturgill coming around. It looks like he was trying to come to pit road, or at least he crossed the pit lane cone right there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Did show that happened. Christoph Hall is going to be in the 98. Bogart had a great race going on for him. Skollkey Esports, the title sponsor for this series, or the title sponsor for this race here at Atlanta. And he's just trying to run his race and do what he does best, and that is finish cleanly, and that's exactly what you see. He's going around Cody Sturgill right now. He's got a fast car still, fast race line. Hasn't had to utilize anything that isn't that it would be damaging to him. So, great job on the Skollkey Esports family. Go to twitch.tv/Skollkey Esports. They are the race sponsor today. Make sure that you follow them because they are, and there's a link in the description on Facebook and YouTube as well. Follow them. Hit the link tree. Get all these people taken care of. Make sure that you show them some love. 95-2. Bud Shearer right there in third. Aaron Jackson closing the distance down to the 93. Michael Stryker Strickland still faster than everybody out there at the moment, other than Brandon Burkhart in the 83. He and the 23 been duking it out for a moment. This is for 10th. Take that back. Fastest driver on the racetrack, Nathan Bogart in the 5, and that's because he came to pit road on 144. Knowing that's where he needed to be, that's where he needed to pit, and here he goes. Tell you what, this crazy fuel strategy is exactly that. It is a crazy fuel strategy, and absolutely insane to see the different lines, the different things that folks are running, and that pretty much looks to be the entire situation here for all of these folks. So Bogart having a great day. Wish the fuel strategy kind of worked. This doesn't make for I don't know. It makes for an interesting finish to the race, but it doesn't make for an interesting, like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe this. I really don't. So forgive me for the I have Bill Hale's a lap down. I think this is naturally a lap down. No, he came at a 140. He took tires. I think he is faster than a 95 here. Might be trying to work his line back around. 95's been saving this entire time. Bill Hales needs back on the lead lap here to make this really count here. The two back to the back side of the 53. 53 slides in front of the 95 here. So Bill back on the lead lap. John Hammond, he's still trying to work himself back around as well. Nathan Bogart, he's coming out of 2, I think. Maybe onto the front straightaway. I'm not quite. Yeah, he's coming out of 2. And the race leader is just now getting into 1. That's the difference. He went around the race leader about 8 laps ago, and he's already about to re-unlap himself again. Bill Hales goes around. He's doing a great job. And we take a look behind. John Hammond trying to get his lap back as well. 5 laps to go. Bud Shearer, Aaron Jackson in the 12. He came in on 130. He's tracking him down. Not enough laps in the race. If he had been able to maintain that 2-second lap time per lap, he'd have been able to do something good here and be able to catch back up. And the striker, tire fall off has just been the factor. Grijalva leaving pit lane. Joe was your stage 1 winner and had a race. And tell you what, Sean Burke comes around. He made it interesting. 4 laps to go. This is all going to be about clutch time, and literal clutch time. Bud Shearer came in at 124. I think Bud has been able to save enough fuel here to be able to make this one work for himself. He runs the inside lane. He's going to be trying to close down that distance. He is about half second faster than the drivers in front of him, including his teammate. And he's got 9 seconds to catch back up. I don't think they're going to be able to hold on to it. 2 to the outside of the 95. Remember, the 2 has a lap more fuel, but did he save enough to be able to hold on for 3 more laps? Burke back to the inside, 2 up high, 13 with him. John Hammond trying to get back on the lead lap, trying to be a factor, have a top 10 light here. Sean Burke closing the distance. Ricky Utting trying to run the fuel strategy out, the same as the other drivers. Interesting race today, and as climactic as it was for the other 2 stages, as anticlimactic of a finish as you could ask. Sean Burke on fuel strategy saves enough fuel in that first part of the second stage. Ricky Utting clutching it around, 1 second the difference. Bud Shearer trying to close it down as well. Sean Burke, 2 more turns, trying to hold on for fuel. Burke out of fuel, getting close. Gonna clutch it around. Ricky Utting will be second. Bill Hales will go back around to get his lap back. Sean Burke runs out of fuel. As they clutch it around, the 2 ran out of fuel. Bud Shearer's going to finish 3rd. And they won it on fuel strategy. The 12 of Aaron Jackson on came in at 130. Try to hold on. 4th and 5th. Man, oh man. Congratulations to Sean Burke. No burnouts. Be out of fuel. Drivers are still trying to finish the race too. The results haven't popped up yet. He wins it. Race results. Man, I thought we were going to have a race at the end, but that didn't happen. Sean Burke, race winner. Ricky Utting 2nd. Bud Shearer 3rd. Aaron Jackson 4th. Michael Strickland 5th. Sam Harrell, John Ciolino, Brandon Burkhart, Charles Van Scoik, Maurice Burnett. That'll be your top 10. Hammond, Hales, Tardif, Bogart, Dario, Grijalva, Hall, and Sturgill. I guarantee next week everybody's going to be clutching it in every corner to pull every strategy the same way these guys just did, regardless of how it is. So that's kind of how the race is going to be ran with these with this, and that doesn't make for the interesting finish that I thought we were going to have. I thought this was going to be a race at the end because these drivers are on different pit strategies as far as qualified lap times, clutched it around and made it work. I guess that's the race line for Atlanta today. Rich Crane finishes in 19th. Keith Prince and Amar out there in the box doing their thing. And I hate to sound disappointed, folks. I really do. But it kind of is a little disappointing. I thought we were going to have a great race to the finish, and then all of a sudden it wasn't that. It was running out of fuel. That was kind of the strategy. Let's talk to Sean Burke, your race winner. Congratulations on the race win here. I guess fuel strategy and clutching it for a ton of laps kind of worked for you, and you come home with a victory here. Walk me through your race.
Stage one, we didn't take tires. We actually didn't take tires until the end of stage two. So I had another set in there just in case. RBS, we decided to just save the whole almost entirety of stage three, and it seemed to work out. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. A nice little push there at the end with against Ricky. I kind of figured when we're side by side, either I'm going to run out of gas or he is. Let's see when he lets up. See who lets up first. But yeah, it worked out.
It worked out for you, Utting and Sherry. You're the only drivers that came in on 120 on the 120 zone that didn't come back in afterwards, and it could have been disastrous, but worked out in your favor. Congratulations on the race win. Give your shout outs out there. Appreciate you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Didn't even have gas to do any burnouts at the end there, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, Signature Esports. Love watching you do what you do. Thank you for putting this on. Charles and all the admins for putting on this league. And then, of course, my RBS teammates were down one the last couple of races here. Justin, but he's hopefully going to be back next week. But solid run for RBS. 2 cars in the top 3, so we'll take it.
Absolutely. Sean Burke, your race winner, does what they did what they needed to do. I mean, I hate to sound anticlimactic there, folks, but they did what they needed to do. Congratulations to Ricky Utting. He's going to be your P2 finisher here. And Rick, you guys had the strategy there. You just ran out of fuel a little bit shorter, but you were able to come home P2 there. Walk me through this one. Top 3 had the fuel strategy for today, and it just seemed like that's what you guys needed to do. I mean, I understand it. I do. I completely understand the fuel strategy. It was interesting to watch, and it confused the crap out of me for a moment. Walk me through this one.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt like doing the opposite. So in the second stage, I took no tires. I wanted to save a set of tires in the bank, just in case we had a late race caution. So you're on old tires, and so you just start saving fuel, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, you're on a fuel saving strategy, and everybody was trying to go 41 laps on a tank of fuel, and I thought I had enough, and Sean and I got side by side there with 2 to go, and I thought, okay, we'll make this interesting. Like, come a long way, and then it just sucked the fuel so fast. I was like, okay, no, I'm out. So anyway, thanks.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch. I'm a fan of fuel strategy races. I really am. There was no. There was such good racing in stage 1 and stage 2 where everybody was so competitive, and then to change the strategy for all the folks out there, and kind of do the exact opposite, like you were talking about, it seemed like that was, I don't know, it was almost, I was talking about it just a little bit ago. I don't mean to be anticlimactic, and I appreciate a great race when it comes to using your brain to figure it out and utilizing every tool that you have to do it. I would love to have seen that side-by-side battle at the end with the fuel strategy in there. And so kind of just seemed like you guys just had a great, it's a great race. It was a clean race. And I would love to have seen that side-by-side battle. And it was just a great time. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm not trying to harp on it. I'm just in my face going,
Well, so kudos to the guys that set this up, right? We
Yep.
run with partial fuel tanks and we X number of laps. And basically, you're looking at the situation and you're like, can I save 1 lap of fuel? And if I
they
can,
needed to save 7 laps of fuel, and that's what happened.
yeah. But you're like, if you can and avoid a pit stop, you're like, okay, how much time am I going to save by not pitting twice? And so you're just doing the math in your head and you're figuring it out. Because I felt like I had a pretty good car, pretty good setup. I wanted to race, but once you're committed, I mean, once you make the decision, then you got to live with it.
And you know what? I mean, it worked. I'm not saying that I'm trying to wrap my head around what just happened, and and that's not a bad thing. I'm not saying this is a bad thing at all. I'm saying, holy cow, they saved 7 laps of fuel in the middle of a stage, and then they had to save another, basically 37 laps is a hey, I'm gonna run green to green. I don't have to really lift. Outside of that, you're really pushing the envelope if you're going to run out of gas. You know what I mean? So that's where I was like, all right, so if they do 37, that's going to put them there. He's going to have about a 10 to 13 lap thing there. It's just kind of the way it is. I mean, it's all good.
Well,
you guys did a great job, and I'm not trying to harp on it. I do want to get to talk to Bud and make sure that you guys are good to go. And I'm wrapping my head around it, and I'm saying congratulations in probably the most awful way possible, because that's not what I mean. I'm not trying to say this negatively, and it's probably coming out all weird and everything.
Well, I'll just say the decision was made so early. It was before we even went green on the final stage. I ducked down on pit road with 1 to go, and so I immediately had 2 caution laps, more fuel than anyone. That's how early the decision was made, and so from there, you're right. We had to save hard, and it probably wasn't the most exciting thing until the very end. So
No, you're absolutely right. I knew what you had done. I like following your car. I was like, all right, well, he's going to do that. He's going to be out there a little extra than everybody else. You're going to put the time in. I actually even went over that in the broadcast too. You had the strategy that I thought more people were going to do, but maybe with a little fewer laps in between the pits, that middle pit stop. It's all good. Ricky, you guys had a great race and you came home second, and I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to figure my own brain out at the moment, because I'm going, what the hell just happened? But it was a great race nonetheless. Ricky, always a pleasure to talk to you, man. I look forward to seeing you next week. Give your shout outs. It's your time. Go for it.
Yep. Well, again, thanks to Charles and the guys who put this league on. Thanks to you for doing the broadcast. We do appreciate it. Good job to my 2 teammates, Aaron Jackson, Brandon Burkhart, all top 10s. Can't be sad about that. So that's it. Everyone have a good Father's Day this weekend.
It's always a pleasure. Aaron actually was hunting you guys down for a moment. I saw his wheels turn, and he was like, I'm gonna go, and then tire wear, of course.
He's always in it, so keep your eye on him, and we're either chasing him or he's coming.
That's right. Ricky, always a pleasure, man. And please don't think that I'm talking ill on this race at all. Sean had the same strategy. Ricky had a different strategy, but it was kind of the same strategy. I wanted to talk to Ricky because his a little bit more to the number 2, because I wanted to figure out what his strategy was, because he was in the middle. Like, you had the middle ground where you stay. You did come in after that after stage 2, and you were like, all right, I'm gonna take that extra lap or 2 and have that fuel.
And we put 2 hours in, and got a good result. So we're happy.
Always a pleasure, Ricky. We'll see you next week, my man.
All right, thanks.
Always. And then Bud Shearer, where'd Bud go? Hopefully Bud's going to be with it. There he is. There's Bud. Bud, always a pleasure to talk to you as well. You had the fast car of the night, and then stage 1 seemed like everything kind of burnt up. And I wanted to talk to you in stage 1, because stage 1 was it was an interesting one from my take. It seemed like tire wear became a bigger factor in stage 1 because of maybe track temperatures than the rest of the race, even in stage 2 when it was competitive. But you had some great battles all day long. I've talked about fuel strategy way too much in this one. Walk me through the first portion of this race and what it is to come home P3 here at the end of it.
Yeah, the first part wasn't too bad. I mean, I was just trying to race a little conservative. I'm terrible on 1.5 miles with tire wear, and I knew I wasn't taking any tires at the end of that first stage, so I was essentially driving the way I felt I needed to, and then I don't know. I don't really. I have to go back and watch it. I gave the 47 the bottom, and we went in turn 1, and I got pinched pretty tight to the fence, and almost kept. I went down into 3, and he done it again. So I gave him the position down the front stretch and crossed him over in 1 and 2, and I pinned his ass up. It's coming through, going back into 3, kind of just show I didn't like it. I think I was just a little angry, overreacting in my own opinion, for the moment. As bad as it sounds, I was happy when I seen the 47 take his tires on that first stop, because I think he was probably the quickest cutter. I mean, he was close on single lap speeds. He was better on 20, 25 lap speeds. So, I mean, yeah, once they all, us didn't take our tires at the start, I knew them other boys were in big trouble, because, I don't know, you either got to give up stage 1 or you got to give up stage 2. And they didn't give up stage 2 either. They went for that as well. So I knew they gave up the end of the race. And yeah, like you said,
it's more important to be there at the end.
Like fuel mileage.
Yep, right. Yeah, I mean, how did you guys? I know that you and Burke were on the same strategy, and how is it to save 7 laps of fuel over a clutch strategy like that?
Well, I don't know how he done it, because him and Ricky pitted, I think, before me, and I mean, so we had to do roughly 40 laps there, 41 laps. You had about 37 laps worth of gas, maybe 32. I really looked, because I had to save gas the whole damn time.
Right.
But yeah, I couldn't believe it. I had to save all that gas, and I figured I would catch Sean and Ricky.
You were close. I mean,
because they came in.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, yeah, the last 4 laps I stopped saving, and I took 3 seconds off them. But I mean, it was too late then.
Well, a top 3 finish is still nothing to sneeze at. I mean, you've had a great season to start with already. And I was trying to tell the guys, I'm not trying to sound anticlimactic about a fuel strategy race, because we all know that I love fuel strategy races. I just wanted a closer racing at the end. I knew that one of them were going to run out of fuel, so it wasn't like it was going to be a battle at the end. It was going to be a battle for who was going to be able to clutch across the line. And which was like I would have been like, if you had caught them and then you would have finished 3 wide, I'd probably been like, yeah, all right. That was crazy to see them run out of fuel altogether, and they coasted across in neutral and somebody came out the winner. That would have been cool. But I see the I see the strategy changing, and I see everybody else that's going to adapt a different strategy here over the course of the next race. We had 4 extra sets of tires in here. You start with a set, and it seemed like that with the way the pit strategies were going to work, everybody was going to be able to make that strategy change. I saw a lot of drivers not take tires, and drivers who did take 4 tires were saving their lap times over the course of the race, and it seemed like there was just enough distance there at the very end that you guys really made it work, and it was a great, regardless of what I think personally or quote unquote professionally of this one, it was still a great race. You had some hard battles, and we were talking about that stage 1 just a moment ago. You and Grijalva did the same move to each other. Like you guys flip flopped. He tried to pass you on the inside. He just got tight, and I watched that kind of unfold a little bit, and then when you came into 3 and 4. You were right there next to him, and he was up next to that wall. There was not much that could happen. So you crossed him over. When you crossed him over, you made the pass, and then he did the same thing to you, but 4 or 5 laps later. That was exciting, great racing. That's what I see out of the stages here. The longer hauls fuel strategy, and because it ran so clean, it was. I think that's the take. I get out of this, bud. I think that's the take. It ran too damn clean.
Well, it's funny, like when you say we probably spent 14 laps side by side at the beginning, him and I, and you can always, Sean could tell watching from behind us, I was getting mad because I like to leave a lot of room. I'm running my pace on the outside. I'll always give you the bottom. But I'm running to burn your stuff up, which I was. But then he started pinching on his, which you know yourself at a mile and a half in these cars, when somebody wants to keep you 2 inches off the fence and 2 inches off their door, you're having time keeping this car to the fence on entry.
Yeah,
And
disaster
it's
can
funny.
strike anywhere.
Oh, so that happened 2 or 3 times in a row, and it was just funny. Sean realized, right, like, hey, calm down, because I came off the fence and started pinching him back. And so I said, well, gotta calm down. Nothing happened here. We're overreacting.
Right.
But
oh
no,
man, I needed to get
it was fun.
more credit to Burke there, because he really did pull. I wouldn't say the rabbit out of the hat. I would say he saved the most fuel out of all the drivers. I know that Ricky saved a ton of fuel there at the end of that too, and I wasn't trying to be argumentative with anybody, but I see how Burke did it, and I see what you guys did together, and it's impressive.
I don't know how he done it though. I should have saved a lot more than him. I was shutting mine off and everything. Like
I don't know how he did it. He saved 7 laps of fuel. It's impossible in these cars, and yet he did it. Like, I don't know how he did it, and I'm sure he's probably like, I don't know how I did it either. But
well, I'm pretty confident myself. Like, I had to save 13 laps at Chicagoland official to win it, and I done it.
Right.
Like 13 laps at Chicagoland is all possible in these cars to save.
Yeah.
And
it's all draft.
Pulled it off. And I'm sitting there thinking, I know how decent I am at saving gas. I don't know how the hell he done that. Like, I figured I had him and Ricky.
Yeah.
My math said Ricky should be out of gas going into turn 3 in the last lap, and Sean should be out of gas coming out of 2 before 1 to go. That's why I couldn't understand how they were making it. I was like, wow, they did a way better job than I could.
Tell you what, it was at the end of it, it is still a great race, and it had some high impact moments, a lot of clean, close racing. As much as it was feeling like these cars feel wider than what they truly are. But at the end of the day, the close racing became clean racing. Even any contact that we saw was just minuscule. And
I didn't even hear or see nothing. The only 47 was fun racing.
Yeah,
and those were all blast race there.
Yeah, it was a great race. The fuel strategy, I was confused. You guys confused the living tar out of me, and I was like, why are they like, they should be coming to pit road now. You all are making me liars. Go to pit road. They make this predictable, fun racing at the end. Let's have a caution.
Oh, it's like I said to Ricky there. I said, I was happy when I seen that 47 take tires, because I think he should have won that race.
Yeah. He was good on the long run. He really was.
That's what I mean, but he took the tires every time he stopped, so I knew, like, he's going to be out on his last stop. He's going to have to take gas only.
Yeah.
And that's the worst part of it, right? Like,
absolutely. And to be heavy on fuel and no tires to use it, that's I've been there. I've been there.
Well, that second stage didn't make any sense.
No.
So I tried to win stage 1, didn't change my tires after it. Now we got 25 laps to go, and they were 9 seconds behind me, the leaders, on fresh tires, and they never caught me. They had to pit. I saved gas and stayed out and finished the stage, and I ran that one long. That's what I said to Sean. I said, these guys just wasted a set of tires.
Yep.
They should have lapped me within an 18-lap run, and we ended up going 40 laps, and they never caught me.
Yep.
They just threw a set of tires away.
Yep. I did. I saw that. I saw the mix. I mean, even if you took left sides, because I think that's the big one here. Right sides aren't the big factor for this track. It's to be able to drive down if you need to. So taking left sides kind of make the big factor here. But it's always
when
good.
I took those first set off, we had 10% on the right front.
See, that's what I mean. Left sides are the big factor at Atlanta. Right sides are not really.
Oh, that was the right front.
Yeah. So
10% on the right front.
Yeah, because you're running the high and second lane here. That's it. The only reason why you need a right side tire. And where you're going to burn it off is you're going to burn it off at a 2 whenever you have to drive at a 2 and carry that corner. The front straightaway runs itself if you can run it right. And,
Yeah, Sean said something about taking 2 left sides only. I said, I wouldn't. I said, it's getting really loose on exit at a 2. I mean, if you put let only, it's just going to make that drastic from the start, and it's not going to get any better.
Yeah,
You're better off to do none or 4.
Yeah, but none or 1 on the back right rear. Either way. Wouldn't that be amazing if you could just put 1 tire on the damn thing? It would be the one that you really need.
Right front every time for me. Every track.
Oh man, I should have given Sean
left-hand turn road courses
a little bit more time on his to explain that, and I kind of regret I didn't. Because now I'm going back and I'm like, how the hell did he save?
Sean still can't talk. He couldn't talk for the last 15 laps.
I bet he could.
I just kept telling him to watch the field. Don't care about Ricky.
Yeah, don't care. Yeah. And he did a great job. Everybody did a great job. It was a great fuel strategy race, and it blew my mind. It really did. It made for me to be flabbergasted at the end of the race, and I always have something to say. And, this time I'm like, I don't know if I should feel anticlimactic or if I should be upset that it wasn't a closer finish, or if I should be upset that it ran so well. Should I even be upset at all? Like, where's my peanut butter and cookies and things that I can sit back and ponder over this one? I'm going to have to, I don't know. I've never felt this way about a race. I've never. I
enjoy it, but I get what you're saying. Like it's from a driving standpoint, it's stressful and boring. That's about the only way you can put it, because you're not paying attention to the relative. You're not paying attention to your mirrors as much. You're legitimately watching the gallons, and you're timing your laps and where you're clutching in and shutting it off, so you can only burn. Like I was burning 0.15 a lap. Now, wide open lap here is roughly 0.35. So, I mean, it's a big difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're talking 37-second laps. I mean, to the 31.2s, the 31.3s that you run on fresh tires. But that was something I did notice here as well. The tire fall off went from 31.5 to 33 seconds within the course of 2 laps. If after you ran your 5, 6, 7, 8 lap stint, you dropped a second and a half pretty quickly over the course of 2 or 3 laps. I
lost a second and a half in practice over 14 laps.
Yeah.
I was a 30.8, and then I was a 31.9 or a 32.1 and stuff right after 15 laps.
Yeah, I mean, and you feel it too. I mean, but hey, this is a success. And do I think they need to take the fuel up to 70? I see that in the chat, and I don't. I think the 60% is perfect. I think it's great.
You can see my answer.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I think that this will change everybody's approach, though. Seeing this race today, they're going to go back and they're going to.
I don't think it will.
I think it will. I think
this has happened 6 times now across 3 series, and they keep doing it.
What I'm saying, I'm talking about. It'll change the approach of the folks that paid attention. You know what I mean? I think Grijalva runs differently. He saw today. You know what I mean?
But he would have been all right if that was a caution fest in the last stage. And typically we have had caution fest in the last stage. So, I mean,
yeah, true.
I almost proved myself on every one of these strategies so far this season, except tonight.
Yeah.
I've done the opposite of what should have been done.
Right.
And he's been on the other end of it. He's been doing the right thing almost every week. And this week it's like we switched. He ran the car hard and just kept putting tires on it like I've been doing. I just saved it. And that's why I said to Sean, man, all you got to worry about is Ricky. Right. I said, not even. You got to keep the gas in. I said, because if I go back wide open with 11 to go, I will catch and pass you guys and put a second. So you have to make sure you don't run out.
Right. Just be on the edge, and that's what he did. And and you all did all race long. It was on the edge of the race line for the first 2 stages, and then on the edge of fumes for the end of the race. And the top 3 ran out of fuel at some point.
I had to do Sean's burnout for him because I had enough gas to get back to the line.
He was like, I couldn't even do a burnout, and I was like, oh, yeah, I don't know how to feel about this.
But he said to me, you got any gas left? I said, yeah, for 1.5 more laps, I'll go do some burnouts for you.
So here's the deal. Normally you see one person in the entire race try to use that strategy. The top 3 did the strategy. Nobody else did. That's crazy. Either way, Bud, much love, brother. Always a pleasure. And, congrats to you and your team. Finished first and third here. Give you shout outs, man. I got to end this one. I'm going to keep talking about it going, what the hell just happened? And we want to, I don't want to dwell on it. I really don't. I don't want to dwell on it.
Give a big thanks out to you, Jason, running Signature Esports and broadcasting 2 of our series every week. And give it a thanks to G.O.A.T Racing and the league owner of Charles and G.O.A.T and all the admins. Some of the sponsors, if I could ever remember them, Admin Box, Global Strategy, I think is the other one. RBS Racing, my teammate Sean, Justin. Yeah, everybody comes out and races every week. Had a blast with every single one of them, and can't wait for Tuesday.
Oh man, it's going to be a ton of fun. And Skollkey Esports this week, they sponsored this race, and they are Thursday night broadcaster, so we got to make sure we shout them out as well.
Oh, give there's thanks to them as well. I try not to do 2 broadcasters in the same night, step on toes.
Oh, I've done a lot of work to make sure that Nate and Anthony Zirkle can one day take over for me. So that's across every racing brand. Like, I would love for them to be able to be the voices here and let me just do production and let me do like a main series. You know what I mean? And they're great. Like they really are great. And they're learning.
Any of you could replace Jamie Little right now so I could watch this race.
Oh God. Yeah.
I got it on mute listening to MRN because she's terrible at her job.
Well, Jamie, I like Jamie Little. I really do. I think she's a great sportscaster. She's filling some tough shoes in the truck series, and what she's having to do over there. So I'm going to give her more credit where credit's due. I think she's going to get better as her career progresses in that section. So she needs it. You know what I mean?
I said what I said,
and congrats to her. But got to pep it up. She needs to listen to Signature Esports, right?
She needs to focus on the race and stop worrying about everybody's life at race.
Yeah. No, yeah, we don't care.
And she'd be fine.
Yeah. Well, what we care about in the race is how your family is doing in chat. Like, let's talk to them in chat. And then that's
John Hunter wins his heat race today, and she's talking about his damn dog and stuff, and never said a word about him winning it.
Congratulations to John Hunter Nemechek on winning it. He didn't really win anything. His dog today, though, he took a big crap. No, I'm totally joking.
He did 2 cool down laps before she filed and pulled on the pit road before she went. Wow, what a great way to win. Yeah, that happened 2 minutes ago, Jamie.
Oh, man. Well, okay. I'm not talking to on a Fox Sports broadcaster because I would love to be there. So,
if we talk enough crap, they'll replace you with her.
Oh, hey, that'd be cool. Folks.
Well, it was a pleasure. I'm going to get out of your hair.
Always, bud.
Thanks for everybody for watching.
It's always. Charles, thanks for the like out there, brother. Appreciate you. I spent a lot of time talking about all this stuff, and, it's not that I'm disappointed in the finishing result. These guys did the impossible here, and they saved so much. Like, understanding the physics of the simulator, which is what iRacing is, and understanding the physics of the draft and understanding the physics of what these cars are supposed to do, they literally did the impossible and saved 7 laps at a 1.5 mile track on a car in conditions that should never have happened. And it's just insane to see. And they did that twice, not just once, twice. And it throws me for a loop. That's the reason why I'm confused on what just happened there. But
Stage 2 threw me for a loop because I didn't realize we were going to run out of gas until there was 9 laps left. So I had to save 3 laps over 9 laps.
Yeah, and that's the killer part, man. That's the killer, folks. It was an interesting finish to the race, and now I'm going to be looking forward to more of that in the future. Man, tomorrow afternoon we're going to be back at it. Outcast Racing League. Happy Father's Day to you, Bud, and to everybody else out there. If you don't get told it first thing in the morning, you heard it here first. Folks, much love to you. We're going to see you in the next one.